Ever wondered what people actually mean when they say it's in the cloud? And what's the difference between IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS? Why do these terms show up in every IT course? Stick with me because in the next few minutes, this is all going to make complete sense. At its core, cloud computing just means this. Instead of buying and managing your own computers and servers, you use someone else's over the internet. These servers live in massive data centers owned by companies like Amazon, Google, and Microsoft. But here's the important part: not all cloud services give you the same level of control. That's why we break them down into three types: infrastructure as a service, IaaS; platform as a service, PaaS; software as a service, SaaS. And the key difference is how much you manage versus how much the provider manages. Let's make this super easy with a pizza analogy. Imagine you are hungry. Option one, you make pizza from scratch. That would be infrastructure as a service. Option two, use a pre-made base. That would be platform as a service. And option three, you order pizza delivery. That would be software as a service. Keep that idea in mind as we go through each one. First up, infrastructure as a service, IaaS. With IaaS, you're renting a raw building block of IT, virtual machines or servers, storage, networking. The cloud provider takes care of the physical hardware, like the actual servers, the power, and cooling. But you handle installing the operating system, like Windows or Linux, setting up applications, managing security settings and patches and updates, configuring networking rules. So you have a lot of flexibility, but also more responsibility. A real world example would be Amazon's Elastic Compute Cloud, or EC2. You launch a virtual server, choose your operating system, and configure everything yourself. This is like renting an empty apartment. The structure is there, but you bring everything inside. When is IaaS used? Hosting websites, running custom applications, learning system administration. Next, platform as a service, or PaaS. With PaaS, the provider handles more of the setup for you. They manage hardware, operating system, middleware, which is the software that connects everything, runtime, the environment your code runs in. You focus mainly on writing code and deploying your application. Real world examples would be Google App Engine. You upload your app, Google automatically handles scaling, servers, and updates. This is like getting a pizza with crust, sauce, and an oven ready. You just add toppings and bake. Benefits: faster development, no need to manage servers, automatic scaling when traffic increases, but the downsides: less control compared to infrastructure as a service. Finally, software as a service, SaaS. This is what most people use every day. With SaaS, everything is handled by the provider. Infrastructure, platform, application itself. You simply log in through your browser, start using the software. Real world examples are Microsoft 365 with Word, Excel, all online. Gmail, Google Docs, Dropbox. This is pizza delivery. You don't cook, you just eat. The benefits: no installation, accessible anywhere, automatic updates, but the trade off: very little control over how the software works. So let's pull it all together. Infrastructure as a service, most control, most responsibility. Platform as a service, balanced control and convenience. Software as a service, least control, easiest to use. Another simple way to remember it: infrastructure as a service, I build everything. Platform as a service, I build the app. Software as a service, I just use it. And here's the big idea: as you move from infrastructure as a service to software as a service, the provider does more, you do less. So now you understand the three cloud models. Infrastructure as a service gives you the foundation. Platform as a service gives you a development environment. Software as a service gives you a finished product ready to use. If If you're studying for IT certifications like Network Plus or Cloud Plus, this is one of the most important concepts to master. If this helped you finally understand cloud services, hit the like button. Subscribe for more simple tech explanations and check out the next video where we'll break down cloud deployment models. See you there.